सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Dear devotees, if you remember the last class or last two classes, there was a wonderful philosophy for all of us to understand that the life is with full of chances and choices. Many times, oh, life is a joy, make it. Life is a game, play it. Life is a song, sing it. All these type of proverbs we have heard. Now, Kathopanishad is saying, my dear, life is a chance and life is with full of choices. So make use of the chance and make the right choice at right time, then you will be happy. You can reach your goal or targets. Either it is in a mundane life or even in the spiritual life. When we are young, adolescent and young, we have got so much energy. We have got so much enthusiasm and everything. But if there is a lack of discrimination or discernment or lack of goals, lack of proper direction, the whole energy, the youth energy goes in vain. Why? There can be a pleasurable life, there can be achievable life or ambitious life or a better life, which is regulated and which is more constructive. So that's what we heard, Shreyascha Prayascha Manushya Metaha. That is in the mundane life. Same thing can come with spiritual life. Early morning getting up is not that easy because sleep is also a type of pleasure. One is we need sleep, 6 hours or 7 hours or 5 hours according to our body constituency and work and the quality of sleep. But more than that, sometimes we sleep. Why? Because it is also a pleasure. One is because of lack of habit or whatever, we can sleep. And slowly, steadily, we can make an habit so that morning we can get up and sit for meditation. Now, which is better? No doubt, with a controlled way, getting up early morning, sitting for meditation regularly is better. Shreyo Marga. But most of us, we get into Preyo Marga, the pleasurable life. Same thing with our food, same thing with our entertainment or recreation, same thing with our mind also. So the life is full of choices. So the Dhira, the intelligent one, the wise ones makes a right decision. I can waste my time in spending in social media, or I can waste my time by watching movies. I can use the time to help someone, or to do meditation, or to study more, or to develop more, or to, to add more good samskaras to my mind, good impressions to my mind. So the life is with full of choices. One has to be responsible to make a right choice. When we are successful, we say it is because of me. Or when we are unsuccessful, then we blame people. So Kathopanishad is saying that, my dear, be responsible for your life. That's what we understood in the Shreyo Preyo Marga. Both are available. The wise people will always choose the Shreyo Marga, and the unwise people, dull-headed people will always choose the Preyo Marga, which is pleasurable in nature. At the beginning, it is so soothing, but after some time, we understand that it brings lot of problems. It also brings lot of limitations. Whereas Shreyo Marga, it looks like it is like a bitter like. It might not be very pleasant. It is bitter like at the beginning, but afterwards it is more. It brings more profit. It brings more good. It brings more happiness and other things. After discussing this, Yama said, "Oh my dear, the Atman or Brahman cannot be comprehended by just logic. Naisha tarkena matirapaneya." Then how to understand this? Prokta ananya suvigneyam atma. You have to understand only through a proper guru, proper teacher. When you have been instructed by the proper teacher, Acharya, you'll be able to understand what is Atman or what is Brahman. Otherwise, you can't understand, and there is no other way. So the importance of the Upanishads and studying the Upanishads under the able guidance of a teacher and Acharya has been put forth by Yama in a beautiful way. Till there we had seen. Now he is making a one very daring statement. It also shows his humbleness. It also shows his integrity in character, and it also shows his open-mindedness. Sometimes the disciple becomes much better, much updated, much advanced than the teacher or a guru. A son may become much more successful than the father even. Of course, father feels happy, parents will feel happy, and real guru also feel happy. So here Yama is also expressing his happiness towards Nachiketa. You are better student than me. You are better than me. He is quite sincerely, he is making the statement. That shows the humbleness and the integrity of the Yama. Janamyaham shevadhiritya nityam naiha dhruvaihi प्राप्यते हि ध्रुवम तत् ततो मया नचिकेतश्चतो अग्निः अनित्यै द्रव्यै प्राप्तवानस्मि नित्यम्. Janami aham. I know. What is that? Shevadhiritya nityam. Means Shevadhiritya and Shevadihi iti anityam. That any product which is impermanent in nature. Which is impermanent in nature means what? Yesterday it was not there. Today it is there. Tomorrow it may not be there. Or tomorrow may be there. Which is not available either in the past or in the future or in the present. Or it is available only in past and present, not in future. It was not available in past, it is available only in present and future. That is called anitya. So I know that the products which are impermanent in the nature, naiha dhruvaihi prapyate hi dhruvam tat. And also I know the permanent cannot be attained by impermanent one. This is also again very important statement we have to think. Why the worldly pleasures cannot give everlasting happiness, which we all seek. We all wish to be happy at all given point of time. Fine. How can I be happy? Oh, if I am having an ideal family, I will be happy. If my job is secure, I will be happy. If I have a vehicle, I will be happy. If my health is good, I will be happy. If my children and grandchildren, if they are happy, I am happy. So like that, we keep on thinking and we keep on postponing things, or we keep on expecting things. And at some point of time, we will understand, no. Many of them are required, no doubt. Or many of them will give happiness, no doubt. Temporary happiness they can give, but they cannot give everlasting happiness. Why? Because they're impermanent in nature. When an object is impermanent in nature itself, then how it can give the everlasting bliss, everlasting happiness? That is the really murkhathana. Means dull, it is a really dull-headed mind who thinks I can get the permanent bliss from the impermanent things. And he's saying, Janami. Am I saying, I know that permanent happiness, everlasting happiness cannot be obtained by the impermanent things, either the mundane affairs or the power and position, name and fame, money, whatever it may be, or even skills, talents, all of them. Upanishad is not undermining them. It is only it is asking us to understand that the permanent happiness, everlasting bliss cannot be obtained by impermanent things. Okay? Tatho, even then, Maya Nachiketascho Nachiketaha Agnihi. Even though I knew the permanent one, everlasting bliss, that is Atmananda or Atmagnana, cannot be obtained by the impermanent things. Tataha, even then I knew Maya Nachiketascha Agnihi. I performed this Nachiketa Agni, which I taught you, I did. Why? anityaihi dravyaihi praptavanasmi nityam. Using this impermanent materials, I got the permanent one. What did he get permanent one? In the first two lines he said permanent things cannot be attained by impermanent things. And in the fourth line he's saying that using impermanent materials, I got the permanent one. Is it not contradictory? Here permanent one means he is mentioning to the Swargaloka, the heaven. Or still particularly he is telling about his post, Yama post. So Yama is also not eternally same person. So it is a post. Today there is there, tomorrow I can go if I do enough karma phala. Just like if you want to be a DC, you have to be IAS officer. If you want to superintendent of police in India, you have to finish your IPS. Then if you want to work in any foreign embassies, then you have to clear IFS exams. So it is a post. For that, you need an eligibility. So similarly, Yama is also a post. For that, you have to do so much karma. If you are eligible, you can get that post. So Yama is saying that though I knew that this, attaining Swarga, attaining heaven, getting the post of Yama, though it is very, it might look very permanent in nature, or it might look very attractive in nature. But I knew that it is impermanent. It is temporary basically. But still, because I wanted it, I did karma, I did different type of yagnas or Nachiketa Agni, and I obtained. So he is expressing that in this way, is telling that, O Nachiketa, when I try to pursue you, that I will give thousands of chariots, elephants, and you can be emperor of the entire earth, as much as the time you like, and you will get beauty, maidens and wives and everything. But you said no. But in my case, I knew the permanent everlasting bliss cannot be obtained by these things, but still I did Nachiketa Agni and I got this post. So he is expressing as a sadhaka, he says that I didn't do it. But after coming to Swarga, with because I had a wisdom, using the wisdom, somehow I got the Atmagnana. So, O Nachiketa, he is trying to say that you are the best student compared to me. You are better than me. So here, Yama is acknowledging the greatness of Nachiketa. You are the best student, or you are the best Vedantic student, because you are seeking the Brahmagnana alone. So an amount of detachment, an amount of renunciation, how much Nachiketa has endowed, has been told by, has been praised by Yama himself. And Yama having such a post, he is also praising the small boy. It shows his greatness, uniqueness, or value. That is called Daivi Sampat actually. Kamasyaptim jagatah pratistham क्रतोन्तरत्यन्तम् अभयस्य पारं ततोमहं गुरुगयं प्रतिष्ठा दुष्ट्वा धृत्या धीरो नचिकेतोत्य साक्षी. So one more thing, in the last sloka I wanted to mention that, so it is an indication for all of us. Permanent thing, which is only by God realization or self-realization we can get it, that cannot be obtained by any worldly objects, worldly relationships, or any worldly possessions. It can be only got by the grace of, by the God, or by the Atmagnana, by the self-knowledge. And if you want that everlasting bliss, then you should seek either God or self alone. Nothing else can give you. That has been told very beautifully in the 10th mantra. We have to understand. All right. Kamasyaptim jagata pratishtam. Kamasyaptim jagata pratishtam. Kamasya aptim means, Kamasya aptim means there is a limit of pleasure. Jagata pratishtam. And which is support of the universe. Why? The whole universe is going behind to fulfill the desires. Means here, universe means what? Here, every human being or every being, either animal or a bird or a human being, everyone is going behind to fulfill their desires. That's why they are saying it is the support of the universe. Kratontarantyam abhayasya param. Anantyam kratoho means which is the infinite result of meditation. You can get that through meditation also. Param abhayasya. Abhayasya param means which is the state of fearlessness. So here is saying that having considered the vast, adorable and glorious state of Hiranyagarbha, means the state of Hiranyagarbha means what? Brahma Padavi. The Brahma here, not Brahman. Brahma means it is the creator God, the God of creator who has got Chaturmukha Brahma, 4 heads. So he's been compared. So he doesn't have any pleasure, limit for the pleasure. And he is the support of the universe. And he has got because of the infinite result of meditation. And he doesn't fear for anyone. But even though it is limited. So in the 9th and 10th mantra, if you see, Yama glorified the Nachiketa. In this now, again is glorifying the Nachiketa's dispassion. That even the Brahma Loka or the Brahma Padavi, which for around like 100 years of Brahma goes into in Puranas, if you see 2000 Chatur Yugas. One Chatur Yuga will be 43 lakhs 20,000 years, one Chatur Yuga. Into 2000 Chatur Yugas is one day. So like that 100 days of Brahma, 100 years of Brahma, for an example, which is head-boggling. I'm not going into the details. Even though probably you can say when 1 million year or 1 billion year, you may say 1 million year or 1 billion year, he will be absolutely enjoying his life, the Brahma Padavi, even though, but afterwards he has to come down. He has to leave that position. So understanding this, Nachiketa, you only sought Atma Gnana. So you might enjoy for 100,000 years or 1 million years or 1 billion years without any problem or without any challenges, or with the highest sense of pleasure you will get it. Everything, the best things you will get it. So probably if someone asks us, if not all, many of will say, oh, it is better then. Afterwards, we can think of Atma Gnana, Brahma Gnana, because 1 million years without any problem, if I can enjoy all the best pleasures, best things if are available, why can't I consider? It is worth to consider. If not all, many of us might choose. But in the Nachiketa's case, even that also he rejected. Because after 1 million years, again I have to start my journey, spiritual journey. Again I have to undergo all these ups and downs, and again I have to strive, and I have to attain the Brahman, or I have to realize or experience the Brahman. So instead of after 1 million years instead of doing it, let me do now itself. So I don't need this Brahma Loka also. I don't need Brahma Padavi also. I want self and self alone. I want Atman and Atman alone, or Brahman alone. That is being told in the 11th mantra. So this is also a clear indication. Many of us, we think we are struggling, or we are striving. Why we are not getting God realization? Why we are unable to get Atma Gnana, self-knowledge? If you ask, now here you can see what an amount of dispassion one should have. I want God and God alone. I want self and self alone. I don't need anything else. Such a one-pointed mind when we get, then only we can get the Atma Gnana. Till then, we have to struggle. We have to prepare our mind. We have to decolor our mind, detoxify our mind. We have to decolor our mind. Then only it is possible. So here Nachiketa's Vairagya has been beautifully explained by the Yama. Tam dudarsham gudamanupravistam guhaitam gauhareshtam puranam adhyatma yoga digamena devam matvadiro harshashokau juhati. Who can really get rid of these dualities? The nature of the universe is what? It is dual in nature. If you want happiness, you can strive and you can get it, but it will be followed by sorrow. If you want to be profitable, yes, you can strive, struggle, use your skills, use your time, energy. You should strive, no doubt, and you may get profit. But all the time, I will have only profit if you think, no, it is wrong. Along with the prophet, you will also have to experience, you have to also to face the loss. Because the world is with full of mixtures. Now we had a cold, heavy cold was there. Now in India, especially the cold is now slowly going down, and probably in some places you might be using little fan also. Then after winter, again you will get summer. Some might like summer, some might like winter. But who likes winter? They may be worried, oh my God, my days, good days are being ending now because we have to see the heavy summer. Yes, but that is the nature. We cannot change. It is a Isha Srushti. After that, again, we'll get a rainy season. So all the time I want summer, all the time I want winter, all the time I want this or that. That's where we think and we suffer. Why? Which we can't have it and we are desiring for it. Then how can all the time happy is not possible, all the time sorrow is not at all interested or not desirable? Then how can I get rid of these two things? After going ups and downs, a Viveki, a real person, I mean, an intelligent person, wise person starts thinking, okay, if I want happiness, then I have to accept sorrow also. Then better not, I will not accept both. Is there any other state? If you ask, they say, yes, it is the non-dual state, Dvandvatita. You are beyond, you are transcended the happiness and the sorrow. It is the nature of let go things. Someone praised me. I'm not really. It is not that senselessness. It is not insensitivity, but I am not perturbed. And someone blamed me. Then also I am not perturbed. Because these are mere words, and some people praise me, some people blame me. But whatever is right, I am trying to do. So I'm not getting perturbed from both. So this is what the nature of transcendence. So that has to be achieved. So instead of that, we think always, I want to be always happy. I want to be always profitable. Every time, all the time, I should have favorable circumstances, that which is not possible. But to have them time and again in different ways, we keep on striving. We get, what you say, either we get into negativity, we will become pessimistic, or we will get tired. So here, how to get rid of this, how can we transcend, has been told in the 12th mantra. Tam dudarsham gudam anupravishtam. Anupravishtam gudam means which has become hidden. The self, tam devam. Sorry, in the second line, if you say there's a one word devam, devam means here, devam is not any devata. Here is the effulgent one. The effulgent means atman. Tam devam, that atman, that effulgent atman, gudam anupravishtam. Gudam anupravishtam means which has become hidden. Means which is hidden by, which is hidden means which is inside the heart, cave, heart, like that. Guha gauhareshtam puranam. Guha hitam. Guha means you can very well understand, which is located in the heart. Gauhareshtam puranam. Puranam means we can understand, which is very ancient. Then Gauhareshtam means which is a amidst misery. Okay, Adhyatma Yogadi Dhamena Devam. Adhyatma Yoga. By resorting to Adhyatma Yoga, Matva Diru Harsha Shokau Juhati. Matva, having understood Diraha, the discriminative ones, Harsha Shokau Juhati means one, the wise person gives up happiness and as well as sorrow. So here, the whatever the Gnana Yoga we think, or the Vedanta knowledge, or the Gnana Yoga, whatever we say, that has been referred as Adhyatma Yoga. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Krishna uses the word Gnana Yoga. In the Mandukya Upanishad, it is called Asparsha Yoga, and here Yama is using the Adhyatma Yoga. So Adhyatma Yoga is what? Vedantic knowledge, that's all. Means what? Atman is not perceptible to any sense organs. Hence, it is not inferable, it is beyond logic. And okay, then where is this Atman can be found? If you ask, they are telling Atman is in the heart. As a witness of both the thoughtful and thoughtless state of the mind. Again, it is a figurative usage actually. So Atman is in the heart because Angushta Matra Purusho in the Purusha Sukta also comes. So the Purusha is like a thumb of our size, the size of our thumb. It's all figurative usage, that's all. So Atman is inside the cave called heart. That means in other places, Atman is not there. No, we all know that conscious is, it is there everywhere. So there is no place Atman is not there. There is no place, there is no consciousness. Then how can you say that consciousness exists in the heart alone? So it is only a figurative usage. It is just only to start with. Okay, where to find God? Okay, you can find the God in the temple, or in the shrine, or in the idol, or in the Saligrama, or in the Shivlinga. So is Shiva is present only in the Shivlinga, not anywhere else? No, he is present everywhere. To start with, we cannot conceive that idea. So to start with, we start worshipping Shivalinga so that we can start feeling the presence of Shiva. Then it has to be, expanded. So same way, here when the Atman is in the Guha, that is in the cave of the spiritual heart, that means it is only a figurative usage. You should start feeling that. And here they are telling very clearly that this Atman has been covered. Just like when we are small, when we don't listen to our mothers used to make a fun that, oh, there's a person who is hiding and is waiting for you. If you don't eat now, if you don't listen to us, then that fellow will come and eat you. So then we used to feel fear and we used to eat. Is it really was anyone? No. It was only induced fear for us from our mothers to be disciplined or to listen to them. So similarly, this covering, so-called covering, it is not physical in nature. Even in Panchakosha Viveka, 5 sheets which we study in the Taittiriya Upanishad, that is only a prakriya. It is only a type of sadhana which we was told by our rishis so that we can comprehend the self. So here also, Atman has been covered. Means again, it's a figurative usage. Atman is in the heart. It is also figurative usage. What does they mean really? Means we have got the wrong idea, wrong notion. I am the body. I am the mind. I am so and so. All these things. I referring to body-mind complex is what the ignorance. So the Vedanta is asking you, the I has to be shifted from body-mind complex to the self or to the Atman. That is called ignorance. So we have done only one mistake in our life. That is the fundamental mistake by which we are all suffering. What is that mistake? I has been shifted from self to the body-mind. That is the fundamental mistake we all have done. And because of that, we are struggling, we are suffering, we are experiencing all the dualities. So Vedanta asks, oh my dear, you have done one fundamental mistake, correct it, then you will be happy at all given point of time. If you ask, make a self-analysis, we may say, oh Swamiji, it is not so. It may be in your case or someone's case. In my case, I have done so many mistakes in a mundane life or in whatever. Then, but Vedanta says there's a one fundamental mistake by which all other mistakes you might have committed. So what is that mistake? Thinking that shifting the I from the self to the body-mind complex and to the world also includes. So now you change it, correct it. So the I should shift from body-mind complex or world, from world to body-mind complex and to the self. That is what Vedantic journey is. That is what spiritual life is. So that also has been told here. So the Atman has been covered, means it is not the physical covering, it is a cognitive covering. How? Again, as I told you, I means I am is referring to body, mind from the Jivatma, from the individual self. That is what the coverage. So remove that cover, then obviously what happens? The Atman shines. Atman shines is also a figurative usage. Atman is always shining. It is always effulgent. That's the reason we are understanding the things. Whatever I am speaking, you are able to understand. Why? Because with the help of Atman, mind, sense organs is doing fine. So Atman is ever effulgent always. So we have lost the sight of our true nature and we have developed misconceptions And because of the misidentification, and we have been surrounded with these problems, which is called samsara in the Sanskrit. So now, how to end this samsara? If you ask, Vedanta is saying that trying to know, trying to experience that I am the self. That is the only way you can transcend all these dualities. You can never solve the world problems, how much ever you try. Rama came, Krishna came, Ramakrishna came, Jesus came. They tried to solve the problems to a certain extent. No doubt it got solved. Quite a good amount of people got blessed, used from them, no doubt. But still the world problems goes on continuous. So we cannot solve really the world problems. By understanding this, we have to transcend ourselves. How? By understanding who am I. So it is not undermining the world, it is not undermining the creation, it is not rejecting anyone, or it is not, degrading anything, but understanding the nature of the world. We have to transcend. If you want to be blissful all the time, if you want to experience that bliss all the time, how? By experiencing my true nature. That is the only way where I can transcend all the dualities, where I can be happy at all given point of times. So that has been told in this shloka very clearly. So seek the self. To start with, seek the self, and you will understand you are that self. You will be able to experience that. But now it has been mixed and we have got confused. Our self and non-self all are mixed, and we are getting, we have developed a misconception, or we have been carried over by many things. And one more interesting, it is an underlying thing. When we think all these things very clearly, I am always self. Whether I know Vedanta or not, whether I think or not, even after knowing Vedanta, whether I contemplate on that, I am always self. Then where is the problem? The problem only is in body and mind, not the self actually. Even so-called I'm ignorant, I'm suffering, my samskaras are not good, I have got so much accumulation of trash in my, just like in my courtyard, it is in my mind, in my life. All things we say, no doubt. But all these things belongs to body and mind. But I am the self, not this body and mind. Maybe trash belongs to mind, fine, but I am self, then it doesn't belong to me. It is very interesting to know, no doubt. When we hear all these things, it looks nice, but we'll not be able to put into practice. Why? Because through mind and sense organs we have to work. When it is polluted, our mind is polluted, we cannot hold on to that knowledge. That is the reason all our sadhana is what? Clearing the mind. Just like we clean our house every day and keep it clean so that our health will be good. So similarly, we have to clean our mind. All our spiritual sadhana is what? Cleaning the mind. Doing japa, doing meditation is what? Filling the mind with the spiritual thoughts, divine thoughts, positive thoughts, right thoughts. For example, a water bottle is there. Water bottle can be filled with a dirty water, and it also can be filled with a drinkable potable water. So potable water is like good thoughts, and the dirty water is like a bad thoughts or worldly thoughts. So more and more you fill the potable water, then the water will be eligible for drinking or for use. So that's what, by doing that, what happens? When the more and more mind gets cleansed, then just like a glass is clean, I will be able to see my reflection mirror. So similarly, if the more and more mind gets cleansed, then the reflection of the self will be better. Then I'll be able to understand. I will get convinced I am the self, not the body and mind. And someday I will experience also. So that is what our journey is, Vedanta journey is. Yetat shrutva samparitya gruhyamartyah pravruhya dharmyam anumetamapya samodatte modaniyam hi labdva vyurutagam sadma nachiketa sammanne mannaham manne. So, am I saying that I am thinking, oh Nachiketa, yetat shrutva, this, after having listening to this thing, etat shrutva samparigruhya martyah. Martyah means the mortal ones, means one who has got birth and death. Any being you can take for that matter. Here, but contextually, they take as human being. Samparigruhya means clearly grasp, one who clearly grasp. Pravruhiha means one who separates, the self from the body. Dharmam. Here dharma means it is actually the Atman. Here dharma means Atman. Dharmam. Yetam anum dharmam. So this subtle Atman, okay, samodatte modaniyagam hi labdva, means it is the source of joy actually. It is the source of joy. Then vivrutam sadma nachiketa sammanne. Vivrutam means it should be opened. Sadma means the abode of Brahman. So, having listened to all these things, the human being who really grasps this subtle Atman, he separates it. He separates and claim that I am the Atman who is different from the body and mind. Once he claims that I am the self, he experiences the joy. And he thinks that is the real happiness, and Yama is saying that I consider that is the abode of Brahman. Means that happiness, that joy, wherever is there, in whichever state he may be there, that is the abode of Brahman, because that is the abode of joy, that is the source of joy, and I am that. So here one important point is telling that one has to understand, one has to separate from the body-mind complex, the self from the body-mind complex, and one should claim it, they are saying. How one can claim? When can I claim my father's property, anyone's property? When I am eligible. What gives the eligibility of the rules or whatever? When can I claim my ancestral property? When I am a son or a grandson. So otherwise, neighbors cannot claim my property. I cannot claim neighbor's property. If I am eligible, then only I can claim. If not eligible, people might claim and they may not get it. That's different. But if I am really eligible, that means what? There will be some reason. So similarly, if you have to claim that you are that self, that means you are the self actually. So this is again in the Keno Upanishad, these ideas has been beautifully told. Claim that I am the self. Because I am already the self, only remove the misconception, has been told beautifully. So in the Adhyatma Yoga was mentioned in the last mantra, that has been discussed here. So one has to study the Vedanta, or one has to hear the Vedantic teaching, that is through Shravana. A systematic, consistent study of the Upanishad has to be done. Shravana. Adhyatma Yoga, I told. What is Adhyatma Yoga? Shravanam. Eta Shrutva. So it is been Shravanam. And afterwards, Manana, clearly grasping, I told. Sampari Gruhya, one who gets clearly grasping, means what? The clearly grasping is what? Through Manana. One has read, studied consistently, systematically, then afterwards he thought, he cogitated on that, he has got the clear idea. What is that? I am the self, not the body and mind. No confusion, no doubt, no even little doubt. I think Swamiji, I am Atman, but no if and buts. He is perfectly convinced, he is completely convinced, I am that Atman. So that is possible through Manana. Even then it is not possible, then one has to meditate, one has to contemplate. That is what Nididhyasana. So Shravana Manana Nidhyasana is what Jnana Yoga. Here it is called, in this particular Upanishad, it is called Adhyatma Yoga. That has been told in the 13th shloka. And by that what happens? You claim that you are the self. I should claim that I am the self. And what is that self? It is the source of enjoyment, source of joy. And it also brings fulfillment for a person. And in the shloka, one more daring statement, Yama is saying that Yama is assuring Nachiketa that you are the best student. I am certain that you will attain moksha. So that also has been told in this mantra actually. Why? Because Vivrutam Nachiketasam Manne, in that here we are clearly saying, I consider that the abode of Brahman to be open to Nachiketa means you are a fit person, you are a best student, since you will get the moksha in this very life. So again Nachiketa has been praised, and Shravana Manidhyasana is for the Adhyatma Yoga that has been told in the very cryptic way in the 13th mantra. Okay. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat, anyatrasmat krutakrtat, Anyatra bhutascha bhavyascha yattata parishyasi tadvad. So, anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat. Tell me that which you see, which is different from dharma and adharma. Anyatra tasmat and kruta akrutat. Anyatra asmat, kruta akrutat. Here, kruta akrutat means from the cause and effect actually. Then anyatra elsewhere, bhutascha bhavyascha. Bhutascha bhavyascha means past and future. Past and future includes also present. Yat tapasyasi tadvada. So here, till now, if you see, if you remember the last few slokas, actually in the first chapter, 20th sloka was the question was asked by Nachiketa. What is that? Few people say after a death nothing survives. Some people say after death something exists or survives. Can you tell me? So afterwards, Yama, he tested, he examined him. Then afterwards, he started praising him. He started praising self-knowledge and many things he's go on telling. So now Nachiketa became a bit impatient and said, "Oh my dear, already you try to examine me. You try to pursue me in a different path. All these things has been failed. Come on now, at least you are praising me, you are praising Vedanta and all, but you never started the Vedantic teaching, which I asked for. Self-knowledge, Atma Gnana. When are you going to tell me?" So he became a bit impatient and he's saying that Anyatra Dharmat, Anyatra Adharmat. So, which is different from dharma and adharma? So, please tell me. So, he's asking Yama, enough this eulogy, enough praising me, praising X, Y, Z or whatever. Please tell me, please answer my question. So, that has been told very clearly here. So, Atman is beyond dharma and adharma means what? It is here dharma and adharma is what? Good and bad. The Atman is neither good nor bad. Then why should I be good? Because by being good, you will be nearer to Atman. If you are a bad person, you will be away from the Atman. So Swami Vivekananda has beautifully spoken in one of their lectures that why should I be good? So I may be good because I fear what people think. And some are follow the traffic rules. Why? Otherwise they'll be fined. Because of the law, because of the rules, fear of rules and fear of what do you say, fine and all, they may do it. And someone, oh, if I do wrong, then I may go to hell and I have to suffer. Because of that, they may be moral, they may be ethical. But the person who is the best person, one who fears that if I am moral, I am near to the God, near to the self. If I'm immoral, I am away from the God or I am away from the self. That's what. Otherwise, good and Atman is neither good nor bad. It is beyond good and bad. It is a very, very beautiful expression and many corollaries can be taken here. Swami Vivekananda has given a beautiful base for modern philosophy. All right. So, and also if you see the philosophy in the classical philosophy, the problem of evil. In the Western philosophy, there's a lot of discussion, even in our theistic schools, the Dvaita philosophy, Vishtadvaita philosophy, all of them feel very difficulty when the problem of evil comes. If God is all good, then how could he create the evil in the society? Because we are seeing so many problems. Now, wars are happening. Wars are nothing but most of the time it is because of the evil nature of the people. Then how did God create, or why did God create? So for that, they do lot of exercises, the lot of gymnastics or circus to get out. And for Advaita Vedanta, it was not at all problem. Advaita Vedanta says the good and bad are the same, like two sides of the same coin. Swami Vivekananda tells beautifully how he defines good and bad. When there is a more manifestation of the divinity, we call good. And if there is a very fragile, very less manifestation of the divinity, that is what I mean bad. So Advaita Vedanta discusses beautifully this thing, and it gets out. It comes out from the problem of evil, which is the interesting discussions in the classical philosophy. Okay, so he's telling, tell me that. That means tell me that self. which you see as different from dharma and adharma. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat. Then anyatra asmat, kruta krutat, which is different from cause and effect. Milk is a cause, yogurt or a curd or a butter is effect. Clay is a cause, then pot is an effect. Gold is a cause, ornament is effect. So you tell me that which is beyond, which is neither cause nor effect. Then anyatra bhutascha bhavyascha. Please tell me which is different from past and future. It also includes present. Yat tapasyasi tadvada. Can you tell me, please? Please tell me which is different from dharma, dharma, cause and effect, and past and future. So he told, enough, all these things, please tell me. So Nachiketa starts explaining in the next mantra, in the 15th mantra, from Omkara through Omkara, he starts explaining the Atma Gnana or Brahma Gnana. We shall see in the next class. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishnaarpanamastu.
Maharaj, can you please explain that Nididhyasan part again? Means if we cannot get it from by Shravana and Manana, if it is Manana itself is not enough, so then how can we do the Nididhyasan?
Yeah, so it goes like this. For Uttama Adhikari, Shravana itself is enough. When he hears, when he studies, when he hears itself, like in the Shvetaketu, Shvetaketu's father, in the Chandogya Upanishad, we get the story there. He said, Tattvamasi Shvetaketu, Tattvamasi Shvetaketu, like Tattvamasi Shvetaketu, 9 times he said, it seems. He heard Tattvamasi Shvetaketu, he heard Shvetaketu, heard Tattvamasi 9 times, and he said, Ahamasmi Brahma. He experienced, I am the self. Now, same thing we can see in the life of Ramakrishna. So, Ramakrishna was initiated into sannyasa by Totapuri, and he was given the Upanishad Mahavakya. When the Mahavakya was given, probably Totapuri might have explained little, no doubt, but that was quite enough for him to experience the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So for the best student, best aspirant, or the best student, Uttama Adhikari, Shravana itself is enough. Then there is a Madhyama Adhikari, mediocre student, mediocre aspirant. For him, Shravana alone is not enough. For him, Manana is also required. So reflection, you can say that, okay, Ahamasmi Brahma means what is that? Aham means what? I. I doesn't refer to the body-mind complex. I refers to the self. And what is that self? Self is neither the subject, self is not the object, self is the subject. All this manana. After doing that also still is unable to experience. That means he's a Manda Adhikari. So he's a Manda Adhikari. So for him, Nididhyasana is required. That is meditation. I am the self. And meditation means not just trying to, in the devotional meditation, we try to fix our mind on a God and we try to meditate. Here it is not like that. It is trying to analyze time and again. Like Vasansa Jirnan Yata Vihaya Navani Grunhati Naroparani Tata Sharirani Vihaya Jirnan Anyani Sanyati Navani Dehi. Just like when the clothes become old, we remove them, we cast off, and we wear the new clothes. So similarly, the subtle body leaves when this body has become old, it leaves, casts away, and it takes the new body. So the subtle body it takes. So that means I am not this body. And every point, every thing, meditating on that, reflecting deeply on that, every meaning. So that is what called more or less Nididhyasana. If you remember my Aparokshanubhuti lectures, there I have discussed these things in more detailed way.
Means this analysis, is it not a part of Manana? Means what is the difference between Manana and Nididhyasana? The fine line that I am not understanding.
Manana and Nididhyasana, what is the difference? Yeah. So now you understood what is Shravana, you understood, isn't it? Shravana is just hearing. consistent hearing and systematic study is called Shravana. So Manana means reflection. Nididhyasana is what? Contemplation. Okay. This much now, this is one word understanding. Now, Manana. Manana is what? Deeply thinking time and again and to remove the doubts or to get more and more convinced through the logic, through the reasoning, understanding, through the reflections, all these things we try to understand. For an example, I am the self, not the body. Why I am only self, not the body? Why? Because so whatever the this XYZ reason, ABC reasons and all, for that understanding this. So it removes doubts and it gets conviction that I am the self, not the body and mind. So Nididhyasana, you will be very deep in meditation. Means there I only thought, I did analysis and with the help of reasoning in the manana. In the Nididhyasana, what happens? It's a deep contemplation. Deep contemplation means I am trying to think deeply on that I am not the body. Why? Body is made up of 5 elements, Panchabhutas, and because I am not the Panchabhutas, I am the subject, not the object, it cannot be. Then who I am that? I am that awareness by which I am aware of every object. So let me hold on to that awareness. Let me hold on to that witness. For example, you are sitting on the bank of the river. Then some people are playing. Some people are feeling fear by seeing the water. Some people are trying to pull their friends, say, come inside the water, river, we shall play. Some are enjoying to play, and some are saying that, no, I have got a water phobia, fear of water, I can't come. So they are pulling and pushing. Some are happy, some are unhappy and all. But you are neither happy nor unhappy. You are just witnessing the episode. Since you are not the part of that episode, you are just witnessing. Neither you are enjoying nor you are suffering, but you are aware. So you are that aware who is aware of happiness, who is aware of unhappiness, who is aware of good thoughts, who is aware of bad thoughts. So let me hold on to that awareness. So holding on to that awareness. So I am speaking and you are hearing, and your mind is trying to understand every part of information, all these things. But someone is there, the awareness, the knower who is knowing everything. So I am the knower, not the known. So hold on into that knower and trying to understand everything is known. So which is more deep in nature. So holding on to witness and practicing, trying to practice witness or awareness, that can be one of the way to understand the difference between manana and nididhyasana. Could you understand?
A bit probably. Okay. Means it is the holding, means whatever analysis I have done in Manana stage, I have to stick to it.
You are
Yes.
right. Yes. Yes, probably that's the what you said, better way of putting it. Yes.
Thank you.
Maharaj, Pranam Maharaj.
Mm-hmm.
Maharaj, exactly on this topic, Maharaj, in the previous class, I think one of the aspirant has asked this question on the awareness itself. If you're sticking to this point, Maharaj, you also explained that the hairline difference between myself and my mind, and how you're gonna watch that awareness in a way that you'll be able to implement the Vedanta in every moment. You gave a beautiful explanation, Maharaj. So the question, or maybe the follow-up to that explanation, Maharaj, is uh, if I'm able to how can I see that awareness, Maharaj? Even though at this moment I'm asking a question, in the sense, it's that experiencer is asking a question. But when you go to the dhyana mode, whichever mode is available, you might say.
Okay.
It's not possible for literally to see that the divine in everybody or in myself, which is the
Mm-hmm.
size of the thumb. ಅದ್
Okay.
ನೋಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ವಲ್ಲ
Now,
ಮಹಾರಾಜ್.
yeah. Now, are you aware of the mobile? Are you aware
Ah,
of your mobile?
yes.
Yes. Okay. Are you aware of the walls which is in your room?
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay. Are you aware of your body? Just at present,
Yes, I
simple
can
question.
feel
At
the
present, are you aware that you have
body.
a body?
Yes, yes, Maharaj.
Okay. Are you
Yes, yes,
aware of your
yes,
thoughts which is crossing in your mind?
yes,
Okay. So that means you are aware of the mobile's existence. You are aware of the wall's existence. You are aware of the existence of your body. You are also aware of the thoughts which is crossing your mind. So there is a someone person called knower or experiencer who is experiencing all these things. So this is a very small and but it's a subtle point, but if you have to hold on to it. There is a person name called experiencer who is experiencing the presence of all these things. So in the Dugdisha Viveka language, if you ask, I am the Druk, the knower or the experiencer is what the Druk. And the whatever the experienced is what the Drushya, the known. I am able to know that I have a mobile, aware of the mobile. That means it is an object. It is known. You are aware of the existence of the wall or an house. That is an object known. You are aware of the presence of your mind. That is known. You are aware of your body's existence. You are again, it is an object known. But you are the knower who is knowing everything. So hold on to that knower only. At that is this given point of time, just not thinking anything else. I am aware of my body. Who is that awareness? I am that awareness. This everyone can understand. We may not be able to hold on to that for a long time. That's different. But every one of us, we know, just you might close your eyes, you might not close your eyes. Just try to understand that someone is understanding, someone is aware that I have a body. Someone is there who is aware of the existence of the mobile phone, existence of the TV, existence of the watch, existence of the people, existence of cold and heat. Who is that awareness? Who is that witness? You are that. That is what we call self or Brahman or Atman. So that has to be increased more and more. And when you start increasing it more and more, your mind becomes calm and your other thoughts will reduce. It will lose its force. So this is one of the way to to get it.
Thank you, Maharaj. Maharaj, the reason why I asked the question, how can I see that knower, or how can I see the person who's having awareness? It's why I'm asking that question is, Maharaj. Recently, I'm indulged very deeply in this Kannada song. Maybe I don't know how many times I listen in a day. Sir, ಬಾಗಿಲನ್ನು ತೆರೆದು ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡು ನರಹರಿಯೇ. That song is there, no, sir?
All right. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Thank you.